Good morning, guys. It's not morning, it's 4:30. This is becoming routine. I'm about to go take a walk in a little bit. I just ate and I don't want to make my sugar go, but I am pretty much feeling back to 100% physically. I still have a lingering cough and a little bit of weakness if I do too much, but on the whole, I'm pretty much back to 100% physically. I just ate my first like real meal and it was fine. So I'm very thankful for that. Um, I I am feeling a little bit weird emotionally, and I think this has been the week from hell, and it's been insanity. So it's like, has all this really happened in 1 week? I don't know. To recap you guys pretty much on everything that happened, because I told you bits and pieces of the story, but I wasn't even actually planning on filming any of it until I just got so like a little bit of a clearer head on the depression side of things, and I kind of wanted to document that experience because it was a good reminder for me of kind of getting rid of some of what the depression was causing. So that's kind of why I wanted to film it. But um, but the whole story was I went into the ER on Sunday because my sugar was out of control. Saturday, it dropped like 8 or 9 times, and I thought that the Dexcom was being off, but it wasn't. It was just my sugar actually doing it, because I was using the meter and it was always like between 5 and 0 points same. So that happened, and I'll occasionally have these bad sugar days, so I kind of just toughed it out, and actually it did even out towards the end of the night. You're gonna have to excuse my throat clearing, that's still a thing. I did even out towards the end of the Saturday night, and so almost a week ago. And we went to the zoo event. It was actually called Creatures of the Night at Tampa Zoo, and yeah, I got scared by a pirate and screamed. But yeah, I thought it was a prop, and then it jumped out at me. But anyway, and that was a lot of fun, and it kind of it was very crowded, but it kind of helped me relax from the day. And we got home kind of late that night, and I just kind of went to bed because I was tired from the sugar stuff and everything. And Sunday, I woke up fine. I did drop like once or twice during the night, and then I woke up fine, and then I ate, and then I was dropping all over the place again. So at that point, I decided to go to the ER because it had been like over 24 hours of literally not being able to eat anything without my sugar just plummeting. So that's the whole reason I ended up at the hospital in the first place, was because of that. And the ER ended up admitting me for observation and to give me sugar fluids to kind of replace, because basically I guess I was exercising too much and not eating enough, even though I was eating my normal diet. But I had a very active week. I'd walked like 3 miles the day we went to the Lightning game. I'd walked almost 3 miles at the zoo the night before. So I was eating as normally, but I had increased exercise a lot suddenly, and my body just couldn't handle that. Something to do with like the glycogen, I think I'm pronouncing that right, my liver was just like done, and couldn't really help me out very much because of all that. So that throughout Monday, I was getting a bunch of sugar fluids on continuous IV. I think by the time I left the hospital, I went through about 8 bags of them. And Monday, I was allowed to start eating again, and lunch went fine. And so after that, kind of talked to the doctors. I was supposed to be going home on Tuesday, and then the fateful dinner of Monday night, where the fishbone, something happened with it. My personal belief is because when they did the endoscopy, they didn't find it. But my personal belief is it was there and then it kind of left, because when I woke up on Tuesday morning, the pain wasn't as intense. But anyway, Monday night, I literally couldn't swallow. Like, this is going to be a little bit gross, TMI, but I literally couldn't swallow. I was having to spit into napkins because I could not swallow. And just, I mean, I can't even describe the pain. But so that's when they did a CT and they transferred me by ambulance to the other hospital, which that was terrifying. Completely terrifying, because I was alone during this because of COVID. Visiting hours over, my dad couldn't come, so I was alone with all this. I mean, I was texting people, which I'm very thankful for, but it was terrifying. And going to a hospital I'd never been to. So the ambulance ride was like 25 minutes. I was quiet for most of it, just kind of, I don't know, in shock, I guess, because the doctor had told me that depending on where the bone was, I was either gonna, like, it could be fine, or it could perforate my esophagus or a blood vessel and kill me, which is lovely to hear before you're being loaded into an ambulance. So it was like a 25-minute drive over there, and then I got to the other hospital. They took me back to a room right away, and then that's when I met up with the GI doctor and the nurses there, and he was talking about wanting to do the endoscopy, which at this point it was like almost midnight. And he was talking about all this, like, yeah, we're going to put you under anesthesia in the morning and all this. And I was just, like, completely not able to process anything at this point. So I called my dad. My dad talked to the doctor, and we made the plan. And then I woke up on Tuesday, felt not as much pain, but, like, my throat was swollen. And that was really kind of frightening for me, because it brought back a lot of memories from 2017 when I had the anaphylaxis and my throat was swollen, and it was just really panic-inducing. And so I had the endoscopy, and it went fine. I had a complete meltdown the night before and the day of the anesthetic. I'm not sure completely why, because I've had surgery many times in my life, but I'm just thankful they knocked me out fast, because I was having a complete panic attack in the OR. So, they did the endoscopy, everything looked okay. So then they monitored me for like the afternoon, and then they sent me home, and then I still wasn't feeling very well Wednesday or Thursday, and then today I'm finally feeling more like myself. I slept a lot yesterday, maybe that helped. But so that's kind of the physical, what happened of the whole story, and that was all within this week. And then yesterday, some other stuff happened that kind of made me start thinking too much, and then I was just completely riddled with anxiety last night, and then I had a therapy appointment today that helped some. But I think everything that this week has been, like every single day, I'm kind of stuck in this processing mode of what the heck just happened. Like, what in the world just happened? I mean, I've had hospital stays before. I've had scary hospital stays before. I've had very hard weeks before. But for some reason, this week just kind of like, it's like my mind is trying to figure out what in the world just happened. And there's been some positives. Like I said, it kind of made the depression a lot better, because, when you're being told something could kill you, and then you're, dealing with all this, you realize that, holy cow, this is terrifying, and, I want to live. And so that kind of, that made that better. But I think I'm just dealing with a lot of leftover anxiety, anxiety about my own health, anxiety about other people's health. One of my friends is about to have surgery, which is not easy for me to cope with, because something else is already going on. And then today there's stuff going on with the dog that we might have to make a vet appointment for him. And it's just like 2021 has been worse than 2020. And I think that I'm really looking forward to the holidays and everything. And it's just like, October has been a pretty interesting month in multiple ways. And my mind is just taking a little bit of time to process this week. But I am good. I'm thankful to be feeling better physically, which allows me to take a walk, which kind of helps me with the anxiety. And, even my therapist said it's going to take a little bit of time for the high adrenaline of everything to kind of go away, and everything to, get back to normal, which I understand. So that's kind of where I'm at, and that's kind of the story of everything that happened. But each passing day, it'll be a little bit, it hasn't even been that long. It was literally 4 days ago. So each passing day, it'll kind of get better, and I have to work on not overthinking certain things that make me really uncomfortable and sad. And yeah, I'm finding the good in what happened, and it's been something else. So I'm over here like I'm ready for the holidays, but at the same time it's a little early. Okay, guys, I saw a Christmas advertisement today. I'm like, come on, it's not even Halloween yet. Why are you advertising Christmas? At least wait till like the middle of November. Then it's acceptable. But October 22nd, and you're seeing a Christmas ad? Pretty soon they're just going to start coming out, in January, right after Christmas is over. But anyway, so yeah, just looking forward to the days ahead, and in the meantime, processing a lot. I think this is something that I'm going to have to figure out myself. It's something that I'm going to have to work through myself, and eventually it'll be in the past. So with that, that's the update for today, the very long update for today. And I'll see you guys tomorrow.